Ready.
Good, because I already started. Hello, and welcome to the 9th episode of the Free GN podcast. I am, of course, Danny, and I am joined by my lovely co-hosts, Chris
Hello.
and Gary.
Guten Tag.
Kissy, kissy. There we go. As
What are you
usual,
doing?
I'm kissing you. I'm kissing both of you, like I did last week, because I'm just literally 15 minutes ago stopped editing the last podcast. To the people, if you noticed that the last podcast is a day late, or was a day late rather, because that's in the future. No, that's in the past. We're in the future. Damn it! That's because
I can see the something.
I basically messed up the schedule because I thought it was tomorrow, but Gary was so gracious of reminding me that it was actually today it had to be uploaded, and then I spent 5 hours editing because it takes much longer.
You're the king of crap.
The thing is, I never thought it would taking that long because I'm never usually rushed while I'm doing it, but when you...
This has been a learning experience for you.
Yeah, and by that, I mean, I'm gonna edit this tomorrow. Just so I don't have to go through that again, because that sucks. But...
At least spread it out between a couple of days.
No. Okay, yes, because I usually spread it up like twice, 2 or 3 times. But this time I did like 40 minutes of the entire video, which is about 4 or 5 hours. In one sitting, and my computer literally was about to call quits on me. So
hopefully
yeah.
that doesn't happen during this session.
No, I don't think so, because I gave it a break, and I'm looking at the GPU heat and all that, and it seems fine.
9th episode starts with technical issues.
Yeah, well, but...
You
know what?
Breaking.
Go on, Gary.
Technical issues have summed up my day because my laptop just doesn't want to connect to the internet.
Oh, dear.
I'm gonna need that for when I tweet that the episode's uploaded. So that's fun.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna start uploading it once we're done recording. So it'll probably be done in the middle of the night. So if you're up there, hopefully it will work. If not, just do it tomorrow. It's not the biggest deal. But now we've rambled.
I'll make it work. Don't worry.
I will force it.
Technical ramble.
Yes.
Since that's over.
Let's talk about the games we've played this week. Yay! The sound of kids laughing and cheering from Halo when you shoot a grunt in the head using the...
Hooray!
Yeah, exactly. And the confetti. Who wants to start?
I think I'll start like normal.
I mean, I know one of these games you're gonna say, because we talked about it, and I've also considered playing that. But I'll let you talk. I'll let you speak.
Yeah. I have been playing Skyrim.
Oh my god, I had no idea whatsoever.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I'm bullshitting. Now, talk about some of your Skyrim shenanigans. Please, let me hear.
I've been resisting going Stealth Archer like I normally do. Even when trying to go for full mage, I get this bow spell.
Summon bow.
Suddenly I'm creeping. Yeah, then I start creeping into Stealth Archer territory.
Yeah, I know. You talked about it last week, which I heard like an hour ago, so I know.
Yes, of course, just because of the editing.
Yeah.
Always nice.
I usually...
was there anything else, Chris?
Oh, I'm trying to think if I've done anything interesting.
Yeah, I want to hear about Skyrim shenanigans. Have you walked up any mountains?
I know.
Have you picked fight with blocks of cheese?
I know the Skyrim mountain climb is a meme.
Yeah.
But I rarely do that.
Oh. I always do that.
I've been trying to do it, and I kind of mess it up every now and again.
Huh. I mean,
I've rarely done that.
It's more like trying to jump. It's not so much just walking up the mountain. It's more like walking and jumping from ledges and stuff in ways that really shouldn't be possible, but they are possible because thank you, Bethesda.
So basically, they made a closet platformer.
No,
It's not supposed to be a
platformer.
platformer, but you can play it as one.
Oh, I've recently got the werewolf transformation.
Ooh.
I always find that fun.
You got the ring, right? Not the companions?
Both.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. So that means I can transform as many times as I want in a day. So I can infinite wolf sprint.
That's pretty neat.
Although I've been mostly trying to use the one-hand sword. Dual wielding them though.
Yeah, that's less boring than what I would do, which is shield and sword or two-handed axe. Because I'm a boring boy.
Okay. I was given a quest to retrieve a family heirloom from giants. And
Okay.
it's a weapon. So I open the chest where it's stored, and I see ebony greatsword.
Ooh.
I grab it, thinking that was the heirloom. It wasn't.
Oh.
I go back in,
You
grab the next valuable weapon, a steel sword of freezing, and guess what?
What?
It also
wasn't
was.
that either.
What?
Do you know what it was?
Okay, it's probably like fuck, what's the worst weapon in Skyrim?
Iron dagger.
Oh my god, that is like the worst weapon in Skyrim.
I picked the two most valuable ones, thinking, yeah, this could be a family heirloom. No, it's the dagger.
Oh.
Yeah, but maybe that dagger's ended up getting them out of a lot of scrapes or something. Like, you never know. It might be really, really bad in terms of stats, but as far as lore goes, they might have used it to great effect by accident, just in the spur of the moment, and that's a really cool kind of thing.
It just, when you expect it to be one thing, but it's the worst thing in there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can say I've tried to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Lynx on my tablet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I haven't tried that yet because I wanted to read up, even though Gary said there was a tutorial. So I probably don't.
There is
Yeah.
I probably don't.
It is.
Yeah, I probably don't have to you do that, but I still wanted to.
My tablet, it doesn't agree with it.
Oh no.
It burns
Yeah, you were
through the
playing it while.
battery.
Yeah, you were playing it while
Discord
plugged in.
to disconnect.
Forces Discord to disconnect, drains the battery like a bitch. What else was there?
I think it was slowing stuff down as well.
Oh yeah, that.
My internet connection kept on going out. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, we're still here.
Sorry, it just seemed like you cut out because I heard a bit of static.
Oh, well. Are you playing Yu-Gi-Oh right now? That might be the reason why.
No. If I was, it would have cut out totally.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Or removed you from the call or something.
Yeah, easily.
Well, have you played anything else?
Oh, let me have a quick think.
Have you been playing more Raid Man?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Speaking, actually, like, just throwing this out there. Speaking of Rayman, right? Last night, I went to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with my mother, and one of the contestants on there, I shit you not, was
Rayman.
named Rayman.
Oh, that's also pretty funny.
Are you sure it wasn't Raymond?
No, his first name was Ray, his last name was Man, but it was spelled with two N's.
Jesus Christ, it's Rayman.
No, that's a real man.
Oh God, I like my man.
Well,
I like my man without limbs and the body shaped of an aubergine. Is that what it was? Eggplant. Eggplant.
You know why they call that, don't you?
No.
Because when they're actually growing still, they don't have any colour and they're white, and they actually do look like eggs growing from a vine.
Oh. Huh. I never knew that. I've never grown an eggplant. I don't even know if I probably have eaten one at some point, but It's not something that we usually buy.
Yeah, it was just a random facts video.
Oh, number 15, eggplant. No, I'm not gonna do that bit. That's cursed.
Yeah,
Wait, was it that guy?
That actually sounds like one of them.
Oh my god! Well, it is like the joke that there's that guy, like, who does the facts videos, like number 15. There was a rat in my muffin, or something like that.
If there's a rat in your muffin, if I were you, I would sue the bakers.
I would eat that fucking
who
muffin.
you're talking about, and I can't think of the name.
Is it Dolan Duck? Is something? I don't remember. I just remember he has a funny voice, and I like his voice.
Gary, I think you're up next.
Yeah, what games have you played? Yeah.
Okay, so I finally decided to get around to actually finishing Pokemon Colosseum.
Nice.
So,
Woohoo!
so that's done. Sorry to disappoint all of those of you who just expect me to be on that like next week or something.
Yeah, I was actually hoping for that with my entire heart. I'm actually very disappointed in you, Gary. I'm leaving. This is the end of the FreeGN podcast.
Oh no!
Why? Have you actually completed the game?
Yeah, I never do that, and I hate myself for it. Man, I really.
The hate.
Beyond that, I've done my regular signing in of mobile games, and as you probably guessed, based on what Chris was saying about Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, I also started it. And I've been playing it a fair bit today, actually.
Oh, that's good to hear. Because then
some of my favorite cards.
The thing is, that's very good, because then when we eventually do a video on it, I mean, not that we will, then at least
spoilers.
At least one of us knows something about it.
There's potential of a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's like where we said we were going to record FTL, and we still haven't.
In fairness, we're waiting for a very specific certain thing to happen.
We're waiting for a very special person.
Yeah.
We won't say who it is, because that would be a spoiler for next week's podcast. But
it's not like anyone knows who it is, though. To be fair,
they could.
Like, we could entirely name drop him, and that's it. They wouldn't have a clue.
He would know.
I think it should be a surprise.
And some of the others in the Discord server might.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
But yeah, beyond that, I actually don't think I have played anything else.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think we've played that many games together this week. Oh, fuck, we also need to play Frostpunk
this week.
I think you and Chris sometimes.
Oh wait, no, we've done a few FTLs.
Yeah, you would sometimes drop in because. Yeah. Okay. Should I start with the games I've played this week?
Yep, it's all you.
I have been addicted to FTL. I am not kidding. I play that all I can. I even if you guys aren't there, I just play and play. I've played like 3 games of it today alone. And I've played.
Hey, I thought you were editing.
I mean, before that, because I woke up.
It was before.
I woke up at.
Yeah, fine.
I woke up at 7 a.m. So
before.
I thought you did.
Yeah.
Wait, Nata, did you finish the editing?
I mean, yeah, everything's edited now. But it won't be when we've stopped recording, because then we have this. God damn it, the cycle never ends! I will never be free of these chains! No, it's not that big of a deal. I don't mind editing.
Providing it's not as long as the initial Frostpunk video originally recorded.
I dreaded that.
6 hours.
6 hours. It's because when it's like an hour, that's fine. 2 hours, that's fine. 6 hours. That's like...
That's daunting.
And I mean, Gary, you got a kind of an idea of how long time it takes me to edit something, because I got into the 50-minute mark of last week's podcast, and then like 10 minutes later I wrote, okay, I'm on the 52-minute mark, because I edit out things like dead air, and if there's a technical difficulty, or I even had to edit out like an entire sentence you said last podcast because Chris's mic started doing the thing.
Oh god.
But at least I said I didn't catch any of it, and you repeated yourself afterwards, so
Well, thank you for that. That saved a bit of dead space.
Oh yeah, well, it's also because the sentences have to make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And here's some background information about editing, folks.
Okay. So if you go into your first video, you've got to remember to detach the audio from the video so that you can put up the 3GN thumbnail picture. Now, you have to remember what was in the podcast because you got to make the title before you start editing. And I'm going to stop now because this is just
depressing.
Yeah.
That's fine. You still need to list your games.
Shit, you're right. Okay, I've been addicted to FTL. I've actually how can I say this? I've played some more Alien vs Predator Extinction, but I didn't play it so much as a thing I played for fun. I mean, it was fun to play it because I love that game. I'll probably get into that a bit later, considering what the topic for today is. But I have okay, I'm gonna say I have a video idea where I do something in that game. I'm not gonna say what, but I recorded that. So that's just by myself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey.
That reminds me. I don't know if Gary, if we talked to Chris about our idea of each of us having like our own individual series. Where
I mentioned it to him, but go over it again for everyone who's listening.
Well, my idea for the channel is that we do the cooperative stuff, we do the podcast, but then each of us also have our own individual thing, like our kind of niche on the channel. I mean, should I go into specifics of what each of our niche is? Or
Well, did Chris actually decide one for himself?
I don't think he
that.
has, but you and I know, have, because yours is... Oh, actually, Chris, if you can think of one, it would be kind of cool to talk about.
I don't think we've actually discussed this all that much with me.
No, we haven't. I literally just remembered.
It was more of one passing conversation.
I mean, if it was, I wasn't there, so
yeah, this all sounds like brand new information to me.
Okay, well, I mean, I at least know I haven't said a word to Chris about it, so...
This is revenge for last week.
No, it's not. I just thought it was a really...
But it is now.
Okay, fine, it is revenge. Take that, Chris.
Aww.
I was also gonna say, Chris, if you don't want to have your own thing, you don't have to. It's not like... It's more like if you have something that you want to do for yourself on the channel, like if you want... then you can do so. But you don't have to.
I'll give it some thought.
Yeah. But I like to say what mine is, and then Gary can decide if he wants to
go for it.
Spoil his. I like to do things in games. I'm still working on a name. My first name was Danny's Fuckery or something like that. Basically, I want to mess with games and see if I can push them to their limits.
Shouldn't you go with Danny Data Destruction?
That could be. That's not bad. But
you know, Danny, I'll give you props if you wear like a king suit in that, because then I could call you King DDD.
Kirby. I gotta see if I can. I don't know how I would ruin a Kirby game though. That doesn't matter. I can make an example.
With the fact that Kirby swallows enemies whole.
Yeah, but the thing is,
my.
That's just sexy. If I wanted to masturbate, I'd just Google No. We're getting in bad territory here. But, okay, what is an example I can say without spoiling it? Okay, let's say there's a game with a car, right? You can upgrade that car to go faster. Now, if the people who have made that game forgot to put in a limit of how much you can upgrade that car, I'd see, well, how much can I upgrade it and how fast can I go until I shoot out of the map or crash the game, you know? Basically, things in games that you shouldn't really do, but you can do without...
You want to because... unlimited power!
Well,
yeah.
this reminds me of something.
Go on, Chris.
Gary, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, when we glitched snowboarding in the competitive section.
Yes.
Ooh.
In City Escape, there's a part where the board forces you to dismount, so you start running.
Huh.
But one of us, because this was in competitive mode, one of us stopped time at the exact perfect moment. And the thing is, it kind of overlapped with the code that separates the character from the board. So what ended up happening is they stayed on the board and the board carried over into the section where you should be running.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna have a look
Yeah.
at that because now I have those games. So
The thing is, no one's documented that I've seen at all.
huh.
And Chris bringing it up, I'm actually glad that he did, because I want people to know about it. It's a fun little glitch. You need a bit of precision timing, but it is really funny.
Holy shit, Gary. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, the only real catch is if the person on the board takes any damage, they come off of it, which in itself is a regular mechanic of the multiplayer on that. So, because you can attack from a distance.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, Gary, that's odd that example kind of links what I want to do and what you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm brilliant mentally that way.
Yeah, you're amazing, Chris. I love you. You love me too, right? Right?
I respect you, Chris.
I think Chris ran away.
No comment.
Yeah, that's why I'm single. Now, Gary, now okay, we kind of got a side tangent. Fuck. So oh shit, I've also played MCC. There we go. That's all the games I've played. I was considering playing Skyrim, but I haven't done that yet. I might be on Skyrim duty like Chris, but that's the games I've played. Now, Gary, do you quickly want to say what your niche series is before we continue?
Well, technically, my niche in itself is a bit of a dream future.
Yeah, because you don't have the hardware to do it yet.
Exactly. I can't do it yet, but what I'd like to do is you don't actually see people doing walkthroughs for games these days. And I think that's kind of sad because, like, this is also going to be especially true for old games that might be kind of niche, or for that matter, just something that, in my case, that maybe I just want to replay for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I want a reason to replay it.
So you want a retro playthrough series? Kind
of a retro playthrough that also doubles as a walkthrough.
Like an in-depth playthrough. That says like everything about the game, or everything, at least everything that you know, which in the games you choose to play would be a lot.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because the majority of them would be from personal experience that I really enjoyed the game.
Ooh. Yeah. I like that. I like that idea. Now it's just the Chris who has to think of something, if he thinks of something. Of course, again, he doesn't.
Think of something.
In reality, if he doesn't want to do one, he doesn't have to. But Gary, your games. Wait, did you already mention your games? Oh shit, you did.
Yes, I did.
Holy shit. Okay.
We're past the games we've played this week segment.
Yeah, now we're on to Dream Futures.
Well, you were kind of broken doing that for me.
Oh.
Yeah, partway in between Dream and Future, you kind of hiccuped.
Okay. Dream Future.
You didn't need to say it again.
Okay, I'll do it again. Dream Future. Is that good?
I mean that's like one for each of us, so
Okay. I'll do one for no, okay, I won't do it again. Who wants to start with their dream futures of this week?
I technically already did.
Oh. Is that your dream future? You don't have any others?
No, not really. It's the only one I could think of, and technically it was also related to the topic we were going on about, so
that is nice. It's nice and fluent. Mwah. That's some good shit, Gary. Some good shit.
I could physically see that chef's kiss you did.
Holy shit! I did do a chef's kiss. Huh.
The thing is, I don't know what you actually look like personally, so it was a really weird image of a blob doing a chef's kiss.
Yeah, I think you've
Sounds
seen.
about right.
I think you've seen a picture of me years ago, back when I was like 16 on Facebook, probably before I.
If I did, I didn't recognize which one was you, because there were at least 2 people in that picture.
True. Nobody knows. I look like a seal. I'm a seal boy. Now, so that was your dream future. Chris, do you want to go before me, or should I just?
I think you can go.
Okay. The thing is, this dream future, I wouldn't say. Oh damn. Okay. The thing is, I got 2 dream futures. I always do this where I have 2, and I have to think. Okay, which one? Which one?
Which one? Which one?
Let them both.
Okay, I'll do both. I'll do the weakest one first. And then, actually, no, I'll do the good one first. You know how I keep saying that I have played all Half-Life games except Alex Vance? Or, wait, it's just called Alex. God damn it.
The VR one.
Yeah, the VR one. A new... I don't know if it's so much of a game or a standalone mod, but it's a mod that is so big that it's shown as a game on Steam, which they've been talking about for 13 years, which is a Half-Life RTX in the Half-Life 2 source engine. And it was just released, and I have downloaded it because it's very small. And my dream future, do you know what? I don't even know if that is a dream future because I'm able to play it right now. So does that really count? I've never played it.
It might count or it might not.
The thing is, I'd say it was a dream future like a week ago when I couldn't play it because it didn't exist and I hadn't heard about it for years. Because I remember hearing about it back in the Half-Life 2 heyday and being like, man, I really want to play that. And then it never happened. But now it has happened.
It happened. It just took longer than you expected.
Yeah. Well, that's one of them. The second one is a kind of a spicy one. Last week, my dream future was playing Diablo 2. Well, BlizzCon kinda happened, but also hasn't happened. Or maybe it's happening right now. I think it might be happening today. Oh man, American time is weird. But the thing about BlizzCon is, I don't think it's going to be very popular this year. Because it's, I'm going to try to stop saying Nobody in the podcast will know that because I edited out all my other ums. But yeah, basically, BlizzCon was going to be digital this year, which is why it was so easy for somebody to leak everything they were going to announce.
Which basically kind of kills the thing.
Yeah.
Because if everyone knows, no one cares.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not going to go watch it like I did with the Nintendo one.
The Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, that's what it's called. But a thing they announced is Diablo 4. So my other dream future was us 3 playing Diablo 4 as a first time, because the thing about playing Diablo 2 is I've played that like several times.
A lot, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You're an old hand at it.
Yeah. But Diablo 4 I've never even touched. I don't think it's like, I think they announced that they're in development of it, not that it's going to be finished anytime soon. But it'd be nice like going into a whole new Diablo experience, you know.
Altogether.
Yeah, where it's like from the base. I'm sure there's going to be some overlap from the previous games, because that's how Diablo 2... Oh shit. Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 was. I gotta drink some more milk.
Yeah. Well...
Yeah, but that was my dream futures. Chris?
Oh, I don't think I have much of a dream future this week.
Gosh darn it.
I did just think of another one if
Gary,
you guys are okay with me throwing that one in randomly in place of Chris's.
Well, I mean, if Chris can think of another one, he's allowed. But I was gonna give you, Gary, an extra dream future card because I already got one, so it's only fair.
Go on.
You trying to put me on the spot there was your attempt at revenge on me for cooperating with Chris last week.
No, it doesn't
yes,
have...
it is.
No, everything doesn't have to be revenge and scheming. We aren't Skaven, after all.
Well, Thankfully, I did manage to think of one just randomly.
Story of my life.
Basically, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is getting some more DLC rather soon. It should be out sometime in spring.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'd actually really like to do, you yourself have said that you haven't actually played any Dragon Ball games.
Well, I
know that Chris...
I played.
I was going to say.
I played one back on the PS2. That's all. And I don't know which one, and it was like almost a decade ago. So I've played one Dragon Ball game. I mentioned that it was a fighting game, and then you said, oh, most of them are fighting games. So that didn't narrow it down a bit, or at all.
Yeah.
So I've basically
It's like saying Forza is a racing game.
Yeah, it's like saying, oh, which Forza did you play? I played the one that had cars in it. Oh, great. But
so all of them.
Yeah. But go on, Gary.
Well, okay, so as I was saying, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is getting some DLC sometime this spring. And I know Chris has played some Xenoverse 2 because the account's on my Switch. But basically, I'd like to be able to play Xenoverse 2 with the three of us, because that'd actually be really, really fun, because there are cooperative missions.
I mean, I would love to.
And it'd just be so fun to go ham on enemies together.
Okay,
fully coordinated, just unleash hell. It'd be so fun.
I mean, this might sound stupid. Is Xenoverse 2 also a fighting game?
It's an arena fighter.
Okay, so it's not like 2D, but 3D?
It's three-dimensional.
Okay, well that'll make co-op much more intuitive.
Yeah.
I'll see how much it costs on Steam.
I'd imagine quite a bit. The DLC that's coming out is either like 12 or 13.
It's 50
There's
euros.
been a lot.
It's 50 euros. So
yeah. I don't think Xenoverse 2 would have cross-platform play.
I don't think it does.
Let me have a look. Steam Cloud Online PvP shared screen. No, it doesn't.
Thought as much.
Well, if we're talking about the Switch, if we each had one, I'd actually love to play Monster Hunter Rise as a trio.
Oh yeah, that's your dream future.
We found one.
Yeah, I mean, I would also love to do that. Christ, I think I mentioned the last Monster Hunter game I played a couple of podcasts ago, but it's been a long time.
Yeah,
yeah, go on.
I've said before, I've gone from the original to the DS one, but the Switch one, the latest Switch one, looks really nice graphics-wise.
Yeah.
And that would be amazing. I mean, just to be able to work together on that.
I would love that. I mean, even though it'd be quite hard to record, but I mean, we don't have to record every game we play together. We're also allowed to play games just for fun.
And don't let anyone tell you otherwise, kids. Games are fun.
No!
The moment you start getting serious about a game, you lose.
Yeah.
Well, some games can be educational, but as long as it's balanced with fun.
Yeah, like Halo. That's educational.
Sure, Danny.
I was waiting for a response.
I remember playing some educational games at school a good while back, and I honestly have to admit I actually got kind of addicted into just playing it and doing well.
Oh.
Okay, before we go any further...
Yeah, we might want to shift on to the actual topic. I was thinking we should probably bring that up.
I mean, okay, we still have a decent amount. Well, we've got like 21 minutes, but there's one last thing I wanted to say about educational games.
Okay.
Which is also kind of a dream future, but I think today we're just going hog wild. We're just shooting out dream futures left and right, like we're cowboys in the wild west of gaming. There's
I can't wait for the title.
I haven't played Red Dead Redemption.
Well, what did you say, Chris?
I was just going to say, I can't wait for the title of this episode to just have Dream Futures written in the middle of it.
You know what? I think I am going to do that. I've started rarely putting two words in the title, but I think this one's going to be the topic and Dream Futures because of the amount we've said them.
I did say I haven't played Red Dead Redemption. You talking about the old Wild West?
Yeah. I mean, I like
Dream Futures.
I like those two. I like both of the Red Dead games. But that's not the game I was going to talk about. in Denmark, when I was a kid in school, there was a series called Magnus og Myggen, which is rough translation Magnus and the Mosquito. It's a point and click game where you basically it's basically designed to learn kids what things are called and how to say things and how to spell them. So it's like you picked up a hat, and then it says with the big text hat. And I think it would be fun to play that with you two, mostly because none of you speak Danish. So
you know what? That would actually be a fun random way to learn Danish.
I mean, I doubt you'd learn it from that, but it'd still be fun because you'd have no idea what the hell is going on.
Try, damn it.
But that's all I wanted to say, and I agree with Chris. Now we should well, I can't remember if it was Chris or Gary, but I agree that we should continue to the topic at hand.
Yeah, we might have talked about them a little in episode 5, was it? Old games.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's I think it was 5 or 6. I can't remember. We talked about your old games, and we actually mentioned it last podcast.
Yeah, so it'll be the offshoot of old games.
Mm-hmm.
Double-edged topic of nostalgia.
Nostalgia, a double-edged sword? ? Nostalgia, is it good? Is it bad? I just don't know. Educate me, Chris.
That was just weird.
Okay, I was trying something new. Doesn't work. Okay, I'll just edit it out. I'll edit out the entire podcast. It'll just be dead air.
No, don't. There's a Left 4 Dead campaign.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, you already another dream future. I want to play Left 4 Dead with you guys. Okay. Topic.
Okay, let's start with Left 4 Dead.
Yes.
It is an old game.
It is.
I have played it briefly.
I played it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was good for when it was first released.
Mm-hmm.
And a while after. But being a new person to it, it might seem very rough around the edges.
Yeah, it's a pretty old game. It's also on the Source engine, which is like it's showing its age nowadays.
Yeah. But through nostalgia, that might have been, oh my god, Left 4 Dead, you should have played it.
You know,
and if you convince someone to play it now, they're gonna think, what is wrong with you?
I don't know, because I remember having a few funny moments with a few friends, namely Brett and Joe. And you see, the thing that's funniest about that is there was a random incident where we got a glitch that happened. I don't know what caused it, but 2 of us had selected to play specifically as infected, and 1 of us hit random, and random rolled the infected. So all 3 of us in this versus game were infected, and we were all on the same team. So we were against the AI. We also lost, I might add. Yeah, we lost to the AI players. It's hilarious.
I mean,
we were just basically the problem is that you can tell it wasn't intended to happen, because the moment they all got into the safe room and closed the door, the game didn't end. We were just goofing around outside, unable to do anything to get them. But I remember one instance was one of them, like it was either Brett or Joe, don't remember. I think it was Brett, stood on top of a building, and I told him to look down at me. So he did. Now I was a hunter, and I think he was a smoker. So I did a leap straight up the building. And because I was sat beside him in the same room, he nearly jumped half an inch into the air and sideways, because he didn't expect to see me climb up the building that quick.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree. We all of us would definitely love playing Left 4 Dead. Somebody who's completely new to the game, who didn't like it back then, like Chris said, probably wouldn't like it. Now, I will say, the thing about nostalgia is, with the goggles of nostalgia, things just look better. And I think people know that a lot of people have Left 4 Dead nostalgia because, the new game, Back 4 Blood, made by Turtle Rock Studios. I think it's gonna be out in June this year. I don't remember, but it's made by the same people who made Left 4 Dead.
Neat.
And because it's called Back 4 Blood, they're not being very subtle about it. And
they're making it obvious that they made Left 4 Dead. They just have to use a different name for licensing reasons.
Yeah, because Steam, Valve rather, but they're not being very subtle about them using the nostalgia of Left 4 Dead to try to sell their new game. So is it a good game? Is it a bad game? I don't know, but I know people are gonna buy it simply because they like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, but that in itself will lend credence to whether or not it's actually good, because
Left 4 Dead was good.
If people have played Left 4 Dead, play it, and they like it,
yeah,
it might be a good game.
Yeah.
If people new to the whole Left 4 Dead scene, play it and like it, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But what if people who never played Left 4 Dead try to play it and they don't like it?
That might be.
Then it might become a cult hit.
True. I mean, but the thing is, because we're talking about how nostalgia is a double-edged sword. So
yeah,
people could use nostalgia for a good game to sell a not as good game. I will say, Back 4 Blood, I saw when certain content creators were giving out codes to the beta, and as somebody who loved Left 4 Dead, I think it looks great. I would love to play it.
I don't think I've seen any people play it.
It's quite similar to Left 4 Dead, but there's just a lot of... There's like a cool new mechanic where... how can I say? You have a set of cards. Now, I know Gary's listening because he likes cards. Well, he likes Yu-Gi-Oh! But these cards have modifiers linked to them. Like, this card means that you can only use your secondary weapon, but it has increased damage. And then if you take that card and combine it with the card where it says, well, you can't pick up a primary weapon, but your secondary weapon has unlimited ammunition. And then a third card that says you get your secondary weapon is fully automatic, so your pistol is not fully automatic. You can basically make a deck of cards for a specific build. So it's basically like Left 4 Dead, but you can design your own build, like a healer, ranged.
So it's almost like the Resident Evil 6 skills section.
Yeah, but it's just with cards that you can choose and remove, and you like I can't quite. I think by completing a level, you can unlock more cards, or maybe you find them in the level. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, definitely an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, I think it lends itself very well, because Left 4 Dead, I loved it, but each campaign...
It always felt like it was missing something?
Well, the thing is, each campaign was always the same. Basically, your build was based on the weapon you found. This is just an extra layer to that.
So it actually adds replayability.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what did you say, Chris?
I said a far greater nuance.
Yeah. And from what I saw, it's much more difficult. But now we've talked about Left 4 Dead and other nostalgia games. I remember, Gary, when we were talking about this topic, you mentioned Sonic and how that franchise suffers from nostalgia being a double-edged sword.
So does Pokemon these days, but
and Pokemon.
Leading off with Sonic. So a lot of the times these days, people will probably be sick of hearing the words Green Hill Zone. The iconic first level from the first ever Sonic game. Now, when it came back as a bonus for 100% completing Sonic Adventure 2, no one cared. It was a fun little throwback, and it was in full 3D. You could roam around in 3 dimensions. So that actually added an extra layer of fun to it.
Yeah.
But when it started appearing more and more as time's gone on, it's starting to put people off because it's the same thing. There's no new stuff to it. It's no creativity. It's a new layout at best, but they're just using the same assets again, and it's boring.
Yeah.
And quickly going to segue on off into Pokemon with that. It's kind of annoying that they do a similar thing with pandering to the first generation. That gets thrown around a lot.
Where's my Pikachu? Where's my Bulbasaur? Sorry.
Okay, well, first I'm going to say you have good taste.
Okay, thanks.
But what I was gonna say is the biggest problem with this, very specifically, is Charizard. Yes, I get people love it. Fine, I can accept that. But it got 2 Mega Evolutions, it's got a Gigantamax form, and it was in the base game of Sword and Shield before even its counterparts, Venusaur and Blastoise. There was no reason for that. It should have been all of them or none of them. They come as a set, and taking that away from them kind of diminishes the impact that they share as a trinity. But the other problem with that is usually starter Pokemon only appear in one regional Pokedex, and that's the one they debuted in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those 3 specifically were special originally because they also appeared in the 2nd generation Pokedex, because that in itself was just kind of added on to the first one. And that's fine. That's a pretty simple way. Both of those regions are literally connected at the hip. You could literally walk between them. So, it makes sense to have them also share the Pokedex.
Yeah.
But then they've alternately appeared in 4 out of 8 regional Pokedexes, and it's too much. We're not getting any new content, they're just throwing the same shit at us again and again, and it's stopping the series growing, it's causing stagnation. Because if you like something, and you think, well yeah, I actually want to really use it again, then sure, that's nice, but why not save that as a bonus for when you've finished everything? Or at least for after game areas, at least.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. Now, I can actually think of a slight counterpart to that, which might be the other edge of the double-edged sword.
Go on.
But it's on a completely different franchise. It's the Dead Space franchise, and how they used nostalgia. It's basically they used nostalgia to make a game that nobody really wanted, because the first and the second game, they were pretty good. Well, the first game was legendary. The second game was a nice upgrade from that, where they didn't deviate too much. The third game was basically...
if I remember correctly, the first 2 were horror survival.
Yeah.
But the third just turned into a full-out shooter.
It was just an action game, the third one. But basically they used... Okay, people really like Dead Space. They have nostalgia for it. Let's get that IP and make a different game. I believe their idea was, well, the second game did very well, and it had 1 or 2 action elements spewed in there, here and there, but not enough to actually make it not a horror game, because it was still majorly a survival horror.
I haven't personally played this example that I'm just going to give, but I think it fits appropriately, is Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 also went a bit more action-y, but it was still good. So they made Resident Evil 5, which was bad, but it was good bad. It was like still very fun to play.
Resident Evil 5 itself took more of the action than the horror and separated it on that. But
yeah, and it was still fun.
It was still an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, and then Resident Evil 6 happened. Then 6 happened, and we don't talk about Resident Evil 6. Not in my house. Get out, Billy.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's the exact same.
Danny, you played Resident Evil 6 with Chris.
I know, and
quiet.
The thing is, okay, I'm gonna quickly say the only reason why that was bearable was because I was playing it with a friend. I would have never finished that game by myself. Not gonna lie. And I will be honest, there were times where I didn't find it very amusing to play, even with Chris. Not because of Chris, but the game itself just didn't... It just wasn't very good. I just didn't really like it.
It didn't play well as a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, and I remember getting so fucking annoyed that I never had any inventory space, and I had to keep dropping things, and I never had time to figure out, okay, what do I drop, what do I keep, because there was always action. There was always things exploding and all that shit, and they were shooting at me, and at some point, I remember I just got to a point where, okay, my inventory is full. I just won't pick up anything else because I don't need to. Because if I'm ever in combat, they're just gonna give me all the weapons and stuff I need because it looks cool when you just find an RPG. It worked fine in Resident Evil 4 because it was just the end. You know, the ending. And in Resident Evil 5 because it's a cutscene where you aim the RPGs from the from the chopper.
Quick time event.
Yeah, but in Resident Evil 6, it was basically all the time. And it just got tiresome. And then there was the expectation of you playing each campaign of each person, which I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus, I mean, Chris, how many campaigns did we play? Did we play them all?
We played all 4, but you only played half the characters.
Oh yeah, that's right. I only played like half of them. The best thing in that game was Puppy Dog. I love.
And for the people who don't know, that's Piers in the Chris storyline.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh god, I loved our dynamic as that. Where I was just sucking up to you. Oh, big strong Chris. Oh, sorry.
I vaguely remember trying to get into the co-op sections with you, and that was just awful.
Yeah, that just didn't work well.
Yeah.
I really wish it did, but it didn't. I also think I fell asleep while we were playing it at one point. During the elevator, I think.
Yeah, you were starting to fall asleep. I had to yell at you.
Yeah. That just shows how interested I was in that game. But
okay,
do we have any other? Chris, do you have any?
I've said my piece.
I've also said
I've got a bit of a nostalgia moment.
Okay.
In the Monster Hunter series, if you play the first one, you start off in a small village as a young hunter, and you're developing your skills there. Well, on the DS, the Generations game, you actually revisit that area.
Ooh.
That's good. That's actually really cool.
I'm not sure if any of the older Monster Hunter games did that as well, but seeing it there again, it did bring back some nostalgia of the game, the original.
Yeah, it's because nostalgia isn't necessarily bad.
Exactly.
It could be used in a bad way, but not always.
But that was a nice, clean reference to the original spot.
Yeah.
The original game, nice, clean, feels nostalgic because you even rest in the same house.
That's pretty nice. That's a good example of nostalgia. Do you have any worse? Any bad ones?
Oh, the only bad ones I can think of are the HD collections. When something gets slapped as a HD collection, people
and then it's literally unchanged.
For that, get it, and it is near enough unchanged.
Yeah. Resident Evil 1 HD.
I'm looking at Devil May Cry here.
Yeah.
I was also looking at Devil May Cry, but Devil May Cry actually added a few things, and it also kind of streamlined the experience a little bit.
A bit.
But
if you've got one of the other games, it's easier to play it on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if none of you have any other examples, it's about time.
I do have just before we go through
Words of wisdom
to the next section. I do have one really nice nostalgic thing I want to say about. Yes, this is going to be about Pokemon actually.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I played Pokemon way back when it first dropped in this territory, and that was way back on the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, that era.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, what that ended up doing is that was fine, and there was a certain period where they transitioned to a new system and they couldn't properly allow you to send over your old Pokemon to the new game. So they remade the first game. And what I loved about those remakes is that they kept the experience as faithful to the originals as possible, while adding in a few minor changes here and there, where the games might feel like they're dragging on a bit. So it gives you something different to do. And that's what I like about it, because the way that's done, you don't have to follow the exact path the original set for you. So it becomes immediately a different experience and one that you decide how you want to handle it.
Yeah.
And I just think that's a really sweet way to handle it.
Yeah. It's like studios can handle nostalgia differently in a good way, which is just like giving you a tad of nostalgia, like with Chris and the Monster Hunter and you and the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Or they
Yeah.
can do it in a horrible way, which would be like the HD remakes, Dead Space.
Constant pandering to the same things.
Constant pandering to the same things, remaking the same games over and over again, never releasing anything new. Also looking at you, Call of Duty, who released Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the same game, just with better graphics. It's the same game. I didn't play the new one because I read about it and it's the same game. Yeah, so it can be done. That's why it's a double-edged sword, of course.
Yeah.
But at that we are out of time. Now, who wants to go first with their words of wisdom? I know what mine are, and mine are very, very profound.
Okay, I would go. Right, we've had a bit of COVID lockdown as well.
Oh.
The caged bird sings more beautifully because it sings of freedom, but you've got to remember the wild birds sing of danger.
Ooh.
Because they know what's out there.
Because there are cameras spying on us from the government. Okay.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Bastards. That was nice, Chris. That's much nicer than my words of wisdom. But Gary, do you want to go first?
Still thinking, honestly.
Okay, I guess I'll go with my very, very profound words of wisdom passed down on me by ancient shamans. My words of wisdom.
Don't sleep in your sleep.
Nope. That's just that. No. My words of wisdom are: if you are a woman, don't suck off a giraffe. Just don't do it. Don't. Of course, I'm referring to Resident Evil 6. Okay.
More specifically, the logo, just in case.
Yes, the logo. Now I have to put up the pin to get monetized.
Why? It's only the number 6.
True, the number 6 getting sucked off by. I mean, just the number 6.
Gary, any words of wisdom?
Okay. Always remember when you're looking back on something, just take a moment to think. Are you thinking of just the good bits? Or are you remembering some of the jank as well? Because that might save you from replaying a game that you thought was better.
True. That's actually also relevant to the topic.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot to mention Alien vs. Predator Extinction. Fuck. It's my favorite game. I've got a lot of nostalgia, but the AI pathing is shit, so it's not the best game. Okay, that's I mean, yeah, I know what's bad about that game, and I know what I like. But that's we're done. We already did the words of wisdom. We're done. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment your favorite game. Actually, comment the games that you like with nostalgia, and comment games that you know of that uses nostalgia in a bad way. And
I think that's it from us.
And also smack that fucking bell, so you can see next time we upload literal fecus onto the internet. Okay.
Or follow us on Twitter, where you'll hopefully get notifications.
Yes.
Because I tweet things.
And follow us on Twitter. I'm going to put our Twitter link in the description. I do that of every video from now on. Goodbye.
Tally ho.
Goodbye.
Bye.